ESPN's NFL insider Adam Schefter with the Browns starting quarterback for Week 1.
There's been one quarterback drafted in the third round or later that's wound up winning the starting quarterback job on opening day, and that was Dak Prescott in 2016. Now, that doesn't mean that Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel can come on, play well, and work their way towards that starting job even early in the season. But I think it would be a upset if Joe Flacco or Kenny Pickett is not the Browns' opening day starting quarterback. And then you hope that one of these young guys can develop, play well enough to win that starting job. Like Russell Wilson was a third-round pick, and he started. And that was a year in which they signed Matt Flynn in free agency. And I think they also traded for Charlie Whitehurst. And a lot of people thought that Flynn or Whitehurst would start. But Russell Wilson was so good and so dominant in training camp that he took the decision away from them because he clearly won that job. That's the level at which Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel would have to play at this summer. And that's not to say that they can't do it. But it's been so exceedingly rare over the last 40 years to see a quarterback drafted in those slots do that. And I think that there's going to be plenty to learn, and there's going to be time for them to compete. And I won't be surprised if one, maybe both, wind up starting at some point this season. But I don't expect that to be Week 1.
Let's welcome in Quincy Carrier from Untitled Unfiltered Browns Coverage. Quincy, what about it? I get exactly what he's saying. How do you think this shakes out relative to Week 1 for the Browns?
Yeah, I question whether starting that first stretch of the season is truly the prize that people are making it out to be. You look at those first 6 games, the Browns play literally every team was in the playoffs except for the Bengals, and the one team that didn't make the playoffs, as I said, was the Bengals, right? Who's not a normal non-playoff team. So do you really want to throw a rookie out there, even if you like him a lot throughout camp? I think that's a conversation we're going to eventually have to have. I think a lot of people talking about the Shedeur Sanders thing and him starting Week 1 haven't really looked at the schedule yet, if I'm being honest with you, right? Because I think you'll be able to tell because we'll be reviewing these clips in August, right? And people look at the schedule finally, and then all of a sudden, same people telling you got to start it right now are going to be wanting to pump the brakes. But yeah, what Adam said there is true. These guys who come out these late rounds it's not predictable. Nobody saw Dak Prescott coming, right? I think some people might have saw Russ coming because he played baseball. He was 24 years old. He was a little bit older than your standard rookie was at that time. The only thing he had against him was that he was short, right? That was really it. But nobody really factored in how much athleticism would come to help him in the next coming years. But yeah, these aren't things that you look at and go, oh, it's guaranteed he's going to do what Russell did when Russell's one of how many quarterbacks get drafted in the late rounds to have ever done it? Same thing with Dak Prescott. A lot of people are just expecting the most rare result in the NFL to happen. And I think that's an unfair expectation to put on Shedeur Sanders. And it's not going to be a productive expectation for him, right? I think there's a lot of room for this guy to be a good quarterback. But if you put Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, rookie training camp expectations on him, and he falls short of that, it's not going to put him in a successful environment.